Trump is backing off his plan to pay for his own campaign, and he's asking big donors for money. Rachel Glazer gives us a closer look at one Texan who decided to donate and is trying to convince others to do the same.
Donald Trump hasn't run a national campaign, never held elected office before.
The controversy that surrounds the Trump campaign has some of the GOP's top donors uneasy about opening up their checkbooks.
There may be risk in that, but I think the risk is acceptable, and we should give him a chance to run our country.
Gaylord Huey Jr. met with Trump in New York City earlier this month.
Very impressed.
A former Jeb Bush supporter, Huey decided to get behind Trump. Now it's his responsibility to persuade the major Republican donors in Texas to support the party's presumptive nominee.
But if for any reason they get a little bit like they don't want to help out as much, then I'll fund my own campaign. I'd love to do that.
Donald Trump should not have the full responsibility for funding a national campaign. We all, as citizens, have really a duty to help these folks that are willing to sacrifice for our country.
Trump self-funded his campaign during the primary season, but has since ramped up his fundraising efforts. He held a series of private fundraisers in Texas last week. Trump reportedly raised $8 million in 9 days.
Donald Trump has tapped into a populist movement that really has an energy behind it that money can't even buy.
Party officials estimate general election costs will be more than $1 billion. Huey says he expects to see Trump tone down his rhetoric to build confidence with Republican donors with the deepest pockets. Rachel Glazer, KXAN News.
Huey says first-time donors have stepped in to take the place of high-dollar donors making small contributions online. The anti-Trump movement has started to raise funds, hoping the RNC will change its rules before the party's convention in July so another candidate can step in for Trump. If Trump stuck to his plan to pay for his own campaign, it would take out a big chunk of his fortune.
We do not know Trump's exact net worth because he has not released his tax returns, but Forbes estimates it's close to $4.5 billion. For some perspective, Mitt Romney's 2012 presidential campaign spent more than $1.25 billion, and this year the cost of the campaign is expected to top $1.5 billion.